Hi everyone, it's Tara. This is Sopita Sounds, and today I thought I could give you a little mini abbreviated tour of my junk journal. My junk journal is actually a planner that someone in my life did not end up using, and so I thought, okay, that's basically just a notebook, so I might as well give it a go. I wasn't super committed to junk journaling. I used to make collages with trash, basically, when I was in high school, and that's very similar to junk journaling. So I thought I could show you some pages in my junk journal, as well as I was junk journaling last night, and I have some stickers here that need to go back into my sticker binder, and the pages in my sticker binder are super crinkly, so I was thinking at the end maybe I'll put those away and we can enjoy the sounds together. So there are going to be pages I won't share with you, and that's because they're still kind of private, or maybe show off my location or something like that, and I'm not trying to dox myself. Let's see. Something about me, I am a sticker enthusiast, so I accompany a lot of my trash with stickers, and some of the pages in here are just sticker collages, so you will see a lot of sticker moments. This is a page about a perfume I got. It's actually my most worn fragrance of the year. It's called Shitty Day by the brand Noise. A friend of mine put me onto it, and it is the base of my scent almost every single day. The packaging for the perfume is really simple. It's like a matte cardboard with black and white text and images printed on it. Also, weird fact, this brand is, I think, owned by Zayn from One Direction, so shout out to Zayn for helping me smell nice. The top note is eucalyptus, leaves, and ocean air. The middle note is salted fig and clary sage. The base note is sea-soaked woods and Baltic amber. I actually first tried this in a sample pack I split with my friend. So I have the packaging for the sample pack, as well as these large sticker that was very painterly and I thought fit the vibe of the scent description really well. It also says, if today kinda sucks, that's okay. And I weirdly think that is an amazing mantra. Not every day is going to be the best day, but you can start over at any point. So I'm obsessed with this scent, and I do really like the spread. The journal is small, so I try to fit in as much as I can. Sometimes that means I don't write in it at all, but I love that spread. I think it's really cool. So on a similar note, I have another fragrance also by Noise called Love Club. And Love Club is interesting. I really love Shitty Day because it feels more neutral. I'm a non-binary person, and I feel like sometimes there are days I wake up and I don't want a scent that is traditionally or stereotypically femme, and it's really fun to layer a more neutral or unisex scent with something else. So on other days I might layer Shitty Day and Love Club together, and Love Club's top notes are saffron, Szechuan pepper. The middle notes are Turkish pink rose, wild raspberry, and the base notes are whipped marshmallow and ebony woods. I love this perfume. I love rose fragrances in general. I'm a bit picky about them. I like them more like fresh and light than musky. And Love Club, I think it's the saffron maybe, and the marshmallow, definitely the marshmallow. Something in this smells exactly like a Barbie branded body spray I had as a child. And every time I spray it, I am like 3 or 4 years old playing with toys in my grandmother's house. And so, you know, scents can be very transformative, and this is one of those scents for me that really takes me back. And I cannot find that Barbie body spray online anywhere, but every time I smell this, I am a little guy playing with my toys. I like this journal spread too because I use the packaging as like a little door to write information about it. And I did everything. This is actually wrapping paper from a birthday gift someone gave me. This paper back here is from a pack of stickers I bought. And then because it reminds me of Barbie body spray, I put a vintage Barbie sticker on the bottom. Yeah, I love that fragrance. There are some on here I wish I could show you, but they would totally tell you my whole life. Let's see. Okay, this is like a couple of pages because, again, very small little journal. Some friends of mine often go to events put on by Apple TV. And earlier this year, they had a +1, and I got to go with them, and I had such a good time. I am a big movie person. I love to be watching a movie all the time, as often as I can. I especially love to be in a movie theater. This was a movie screening for a movie called Eternity. It came out around, well, the screening was around Valentine's Day, I guess, of this year. And it was so cute. The theme was to dress in something that you would want to wear every day for the rest of your life. The premise is you get to choose your own eternity when you pass away. And so your outfit would be like your forever outfit. And I love to dress to a theme. So I had a really fun night. One of the characters eats pretzels, so this is the pretzel bag they served us pretzel snacks in. And I actually put my recap of the night on a paper inside with my wristband. This is the menu. They had cocktails based on the love interests in the movie. And oh yeah, and all of the things you could eat, all the snackies they had at the event. And then I put this in with tape on both sides, so it became like its own page. And this is actually the bag they gave us popcorn in. And where we watched the movie screening was a place I've never been before and a place I might never go again. It is incredibly exclusive. Like, you have to have a special fancy membership, and you're not allowed to take pictures inside. So it's really secretive and weird and kind of cool that we got to go there, but it was the best popcorn I've ever eaten in my entire life. I just told you I love to be in a movie theater. I eat popcorn like 4 to 5 times a week. It is one of my favorite snacks, and I think it's a big deal that this is the best popcorn, and I may never have it again. The texture of the popcorn was both really fluffy and crunchy, and it didn't leave kernels all in my teeth. It had like a slight smoky flavor, and then the butter, I think, was ghee. It was so delicious, salted perfectly. I don't know, it was incredible, and I've never obviously stopped thinking about it. But the best popcorn I've ever had in my entire life was at this Eternity screening, and that might be the only time I ever have it. So I think about it a lot. Okay. This page or little mini spread is For Smisky, I got a mystery Smisky phone charm, and it glows in the dark. And I just put the packaging on the page kind of the way I tore it open, and then put the possible little guys inside. I obviously love a trinket or a tiny little fella. And so the thing is, I tried to make them as practical as possible because I am running out of surfaces to put little guys in my house. So this one is a keychain, and I thought that's perfect. He'll have a home. He lives on my iPad case now. I thought it was interesting that the packaging is all orange and yellow. I feel like Smiskies are known for being this greeny blue color. So I did an orange and yellow spread with orange and yellow washi tapes on like construction paper. And I drew the Smisky that I got from the mystery ball. I got this one that looks like he's holding something up or pushing something. And it's funny because when I put my iPad down, it kind of looks like he's holding up the edge of my iPad case. But yeah, that one is really cute. And then I got to draw too, so I enjoyed that. Speaking of my iPad case, I have had the same iPad for many years, and the case just deteriorated. That's a bummer because they're not cheap. I was given that case as a gift. I think it was an actual Apple one, and my God, it was garbage. And I'm sure it was like $80 or something. It was a gift again. So I replaced mine. Why am I telling you about my iPad? Oh. Okay, I'm telling you about my iPad because, man, I'm doing such a lore drop in this video. I mentioned I'm a sticker person. I have been a sticker collector and not user since I was a little kid. I have sticker anxiety where I don't like to use them because I'm afraid, I don't know, it'll be the wrong spot or I'll need it in the future and I won't have it. I don't know why. And I've been trying really hard this year to use my stickers, as you can tell by my journal. Because I'm only on Earth one time with these stickers and I should use them. My iPad case is weirdly the only thing I put stickers on. Like, my laptop doesn't have stickers, my water bottle, naked. I don't know why that is. And so I was really sad when I had to get rid of the old case, so I ripped all the stickers off. These next few pages are a combination of stickers from my old iPad case and trash that kind of coordinates. You'll see. The other thing I've been doing for my junk journal is I was getting kind of tired of construction paper backing or collecting enough ephemera to create a background. So I broke out my watercolor paints the other day and started painting various patterns and shapes and different colors, and they fit perfectly in my journal. So those have become my new background for my ephemera. This page is all bunnies. This was the sticker I had on my iPad of a little brown bunny resting, and it says "You deserve rest" on it. It just so happens I had a packaging for a Miffy sticker, like a vinyl sticker, that is a very similar shade of blue. So I cut up the Miffy packaging and made a little spread with my old iPad sticker and my Miffy packages. I also found a bunch of bunnies in some of my sticker books I have that were in a similar color palette. So that made a lot of sense to me. I also added a lot of tiny little stickers. I call them littles. I love using littles to fill in all of the gaps. that brings me a lot of joy. I get a lot of my stickers from the secondhand craft store in my area, as well as a sticker exclusive store that only sells stickers. But the rest are all from my childhood collection and from like bound sticker books. Okay, this next one. I received a Choco Cat Bagoo tote bag or zipper pouches for Christmas this year from a sweet friend. More tarot lore. I grew up riding horses, and so I have such a thing about my horse girl past. Very tender and important to me. I rode horses from 7 to 21, so 14 years. And I love Choco Cat, so when they came out with Cowpoke Choco Cat, I was all over it. So this page is all horses, cats, and bows. I tried to find only black cats, but turns out my sticker collection is lacking, so I'll need to get some more black cats for that. But of course, I had a bunch of horse stickers available, and purple bows, and little, like, random littles, stars, flowers, hearts, and more bows. This one came out really cute. I happened to just be doing these pages while watching the new Little House on the Prairie TV show on Netflix with my best friend, and I grew up watching Little House on the Prairie. My God, those white people are in a pickle. They're in a pickle for sure. In every episode, I am screaming. I'm screaming at the screen. This is my last spread, and it's not actually finished yet. I believe this is from like a Hello Kitty washi tape. Oh my God, I should pull out the washi tape and use it on this page. It's from Hello Kitty washi tape. I think I got it as a gift. This is the tag, and I just wanted a reason to use a bunch of my like Hello Kitty stickers that I have. I also grew up really loving Sanrio, so yeah, big part of my life. And here are two other stickers rescued from my iPad case. This is just a little bow, a pink ribbon, and it's by Art by Elowen. I think I got it from a store called Be Nice Have Fun. And then this is what I'm assuming is supposed to be like a Lisa Frank replica. It's a little heart, and it's a rainbow and it's glittery. I used to be a really intense Lisa Frank kid, specifically the stationery, and so finding out she's a terrible person really broke my heart. Yeah, that's so sad. That being said, this little sticker, I bought this from a small business. So far, this is where my spread is at. I'll have to save some more Sanrio themed ephemera to fill in here, and also look for that washi tape. Okay, I feel like you learned a lot about me from this little journal, and I'm kind of done talking about myself, I think, and I'd like to put away some stickers. So this is my sticker binder. It is just a white 1-inch binder I think I got from the dollar store, and it is bursting at the seams because my collection is very full right now. The clear pouches I have inside that I store all my stickers in are so incredibly crinkly, and I think make lovely sounds, but they're very flimsy. So I do want to upgrade this, and I might have to get a bigger binder. One of the things making the binder a little thick are these bonbon stickers. You might have seen these before. I think I've even done like a short with them. These stickers are super 3D, very puffy, and they make amazing sounds. I actually used these to do some of the layered sounds in the Little Star Spa video. These are of cats and bees and four-leaf clovers. They're very sweet, but they definitely add a little bit of bulk to my binder. So the first thing I need to put away are these butterflies I got from the dollar store. And I got them because I went to an event a few months ago, again as a +1 to a friend, and I wore a dress that kind of looked like this butterfly. It was the print of a swallowtail, I think is what this is. And I wanted to do a spread in my junk journal and document my outfit, and I thought this would be perfect. So we're gonna have to go to the section of my binder that has animals. Up next, these are like border stickers you might have used if you were a scrapbooker in the early 2000s. These are from a brand called Creative Memories. I have a bunch of these and a bunch of different colors that I got at the secondhand craft store from someone who donated like an entire Creative Memories binder full of stickers. And that's so interesting because it was an industry where like this could be $7. So I was thankful to get it for like 4 cents, you know? Since we're in the back of the binder, I have more of those stickers from my old iPad case. I put them on paper so they'd be easier to deal with. I'm gonna put them in the back where I keep some of my ephemera. I gotta get a bigger binder. Next we have all my Hello Kitty stickers I was talking about earlier. I have a pocket in here for like licensed characters, so those will go in there. Also featured in the licensed characters pocket are Peppa Pig, Betty Boop, some Animal Crossing stickers, and Hello Kitty. Okay, toward the back I keep pages like this that have come out of like planners and stuff that are kind of just lifestyle stickers. Okay, and more lore about me. I love bows. I always have loved bows. And so I do have an entire sleeve of stickers of bows. So we're gonna have to go there. This last little stack kind of all goes together. It's stars, hearts, smiley faces, simple shapes. That goes right here in the front. Maybe one day when I upgrade my sticker binder, we can organize it together. I bet it would sound very nice and would also be fun for me. I am a Virgo rising and I love to organize, so that would be fun. Thank you so much for hanging out with me today, for taking a peek inside my journal. Very personal. You should feel very lucky. And I hope you're resting well. I'll see you next time.